Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another 3v3 fastest map on StarCraft Brood Wars Remastered. Thought I would sneak in one more replay before I went to bed. We still got these very bite-sized ones that can sometimes be some surprisingly good games. So it's a 12-minute game. Replay number 342. We've got 4 Protoss, a Zerg, and a Terran. Let's see what we've got here. Alright, so let's check out the teams. Team number 1 in the bottom right corner, we've got UCFKT, the purple Protoss. Then across the way, in the bottom left, is Valkyria SW, the teal Zerg. And then right above him in the middle left is Ike, the magenta Protoss. So Protoss Zerg for the first team. Let's check out team number 2. In the top left corner, we've got Gretzel's Real, the yellow Protoss. Then across the way, we've got Cheng Guito 84, the sort of powder blue Protoss. So Protoss, and then the last player on the team in the middle right, John Redcorn 1129, the tan Terran. Alright, so we'll see what we've got early on here. We've got this looks like less like a scout and more like a cannon rush. We'll see if that's what they end up doing. So he does have it early. Alright, I'm going to chase that drone out of there. Don't even want to think about that. So, while we're checking out just the early buildings here, magenta, going completely off of their economy to stop that guy. That's a little bit surprising. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the APM. As we see, actually, we're looking at the person with the highest APM, Ike. He has 160 APM, and then the UCFKT down in the corner is right above 100, and then everyone else is and then actually Cheng Guito up here as well above 100, and then everyone else floating somewhere around 60 or 50. So if we're looking at the teams right now, it looks like team number 1 might have the advantage early on with the movement, but we'll see what we've got. Let's go ahead and speed things up till we get to a action point, but pretty standard build for magenta here. Then you're seeing yellow getting ready to move out, maybe with some zealots or just getting that front defense going. Down here you're seeing Zerg. I'm always interested in how Zergs set themselves up. Again, really nice job. So people are going to have to get all the way around this stuff to get to the Sunkens, and if you build another building right here, I think it becomes very difficult to get in on those sunken colonies. We'll see how he continues to build that base, and we'll look at sort of structural setups for Zerg. Okay, we've got a cybernetics core coming out from purple, so might see some early upgrades from them. Alright, we see a bunch of Marines coming out here. Oh, okay, so here we go. Yellow deciding to go after magenta. He's going right for the heart of the base. I don't know if this is quite going to work the way he wants. It was smart of him to just move to where he wanted his men to be attacking. I get it sort of stuck at the entrance here. Alright, so he, if nothing else, causes quite a bit of havoc. Alright, here comes purple in to protect magenta. Here comes more units from Cheng Guito. So somehow, because of the way that the first guy attacked, and the way that this guy's attacking, they're just going right for the Nexus. Wow. They're going to get it. That is absolutely bonkers. And I think Magenta's got plenty of money here. So he can rebuild from this, but man, that is a crazy push early on to get that by both players. It seemed like a very concerted effort by both of them to do that. Alright, so in the meantime, getting up some detection. We see blue getting up their economy. They just got a pretty standard setup going here. And then yellow also getting a gateway down here, getting a bunch over here. So I kind of like having a lot going on at this part of the base, and then some stuff going on at this part of the base as well. Alright, so now they're looking to maybe counterattack. Now, if they picked going after me, I think they would actually be able to easily kill me, but they picked yellow because he's right there. And yellow actually has a really nice chokehold. I don't think they're going to be able to do too much here. I think yellow will be able to hold this fairly easily. And I think they sense that and back out. So, good job by yellow to have that front defense. He's saying, go ahead and attack. Alright, in the meantime, I'm sending my units over. Oh no! I realized that that was not the right thing to do. So I start sending my units back. Now, hopefully it doesn't get their attention. Alright, so we're continuing to build units. Blue now moves to the middle, and he's attacking Magenta. I mean, Magenta's being very brave with these zealots because it's his only means of defense. And again, Blue senses that and just says, I'm just going to go for this. In the meantime, I'm moving in with a tank and some Marines. This is really looking bad for Magenta. He finally gets a base back up and is getting minerals going. He's getting more zealots out. Oh, and here comes some Dark Templar. Where are those coming from? Oh, those are Purple's Dark Templar. So again, we're seeing Dark Templar come in and make such a big difference. In the meantime, yellow moving in on this base again. Looks like he might just be base hunting again. But in the meantime, this Dark Templar doing work. I'm almost done with my academy, so Comstats should be coming in. Now again, they're trying so hard to get the base and like run around. I guess it's smart to get your units. You know, this is a really good showcase of getting your units to where you want them to be is so much more important sometimes than just sending them auto attack. Especially when you're trying to like accomplish something like this cannon plus the zealots would have wailed on them if they just went for the gateways when they attacked them earlier on. Now look at him just wasting all their time right now while he's getting dragoons. This is a really good point at 8 minutes to check out the upgrades coming in. So we see infantry weapons, we see ground armor coming in. Oh, we see Psystorm coming in. Teal, who has been completely untouched now, is bringing up Mutalist and is getting flyer attack upgrades and purple's getting upgrades. This is going to be really, really bad. Oh my, and here it is. I was saying it was going to be really bad, and here it is already. So these Mutalists going after the base, and they are stopped. Here comes some more, though. I don't know if I'm ready for this second assault. Oh, and I wasn't. And they get the base on the mineral line, and I don't really have too much to deal with this. I never got the armory. The armory's on the way. I just seem to be a step behind in this game. And then now here come the Dark Templar. Now, I do have tanks, so these Dark Templar are going to be able to waltz in uncontested. Alright, so most of them are taken out. Oh boy, a bunch more come in now. Wow, what a counter-assault by team number 2 here. Alright, here comes yellow to try to save this. Man, Terran is just really, really hard, I think, to play in fast map, man. Because this is like a Lurker or a Dark Templar can just completely ruin your day. So I have plenty of missile turrets, but they've killed the ones that are going to count, and he's going to take out this engineering base, so I don't even have one. In the meantime, he's just going to run Ruckshot with this guy. Yellow now trying to push in. He's just move commanding his dragoons into the things there, so that's not good. Alright, so in the meantime, Changuito moving in on Teal. So these Dragoons are trying to deal with these Mutalisks, but with +1 attack too. There's just so many of them. Teal was able to just sit down here and get strong. And now he is just all over the place. In the meantime, here comes a drop from Teal. Oh! Or I don't know quite who did that drop. Maybe that was Yellow. Great drop there, though. Dropped on Pink. This army of Dark Templar, I mean, these Dark Templar really made the difference. Alright, in the meantime, we're trying to rebuild over here. But these Mutalisks just come in, and this has got to be close to the end here. And they just are cleaning house here. I think that's pretty. Oh, and here come the Dark Templar to add insult to injury. I think that's all she wrote for John Redcorn, unfortunately. Can't see how much more. They are trying valiantly to sort of save me, but I just didn't have enough, especially for this. I was never thinking to be prepared for the amount of Mutalisks that were just coming out. So a lot of units sort of all over the place in this big battle going on all over the map. A lot of units moving, things happening. But unfortunately, you know, it would be very interesting to see who won that game. I mean, you're only seeing a little bit of it because of my loss, and now I decided to leave at that point where it was pretty much all over for me anyways. But really, really nice job at the beginning of this game to go after the Nexus. Again, don't always just attack move your units. That's what I always do. Sometimes you got to move them right to where you want them to be, and then they'll attack right where they are. And or you can attack move them right when you get them to where they are. And that really can make a difference in just what you're able to take and how you're able to do damage to your opponents. So just some food for thought. But anyways, thank you for joining me. I will catch you on the next replay.